Yogah Karmasu Kaushalam.
Good morning friends, I am Dr. Ankita Kathiriya, working as Assistant Professor at BK School of Professional and Management Studies. Today I'll discuss with you encouraging the entrepreneurial spirit in students. Before going to in detailed discussions, I would like to thank Dr. Jagdish Joshi sir, Director HRDC, Dr. Preeti Mayani, Professor HRDC, Dr. C.G. Brahmbhatt sir, Professor HRDC, and Coordinator of Refresher course. Now, let us start with the session of what we will discuss during the session. So, my agenda, as an academician, we always go with the agenda. So, today's agenda for the discussion and what are the learning outcomes that I mentioned over here. Why we should discuss it, why we should required to discuss it, what will be the role of as an academician, what is entrepreneurship, can we really teach this entrepreneurship, and what is entrepreneurial mindset and their intentions, how you can realize student and how we can how can just make them to think about entrepreneurial, how we can just make them to identify their purpose. Then what government provide the support to the students, and how we can make them to use current AI tools for their purpose. So let us start the discussion one by one. Why we should discuss it? Is it required? Yes. Why? Because right now if you look at the present scenario and if you look at our nation's place in the world, you find that it's now, yes, people are listening to India. They want to know about Bharat, India. So if our Honorable Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji said we want to make our nation as a Vishwaguru. If we want to be a Vishwaguru, we should have a certain expertise in infrastructure section, in a service sector, in a manufacturing section, in agriculture, then we can become a Vishwaguru. Ultimately, we should have a more and expertise and stability in each and every aspect, then we can be a guru to the others. Now there is another vision of Narendra Modi, that Atmanirbhar Bharat. So what is Atmanirbhar? Self-reliance. When self-reliance comes, once you see, India is the second highest in a population, and now we are just moving towards the first rank. And India has a one major benefit is highest population. There is a, again, pros and cons are associated with this characteristic, because there is a one more major pros is we have a higher number of youngsters. We have a good number of youngsters and young India. So we can say it is a young India. So in this case, can we utilize this parameter for the better of a country? Yes, we can, because once there is a high population, there is a high demand, there is a higher chances of a growth. But still, there is also one thing, we require more things, we require more product, we require more services. So we need to create our own product to fulfill country's demand. Right? Pradhan Mantri always says vocal for local. Why? Because he want to motivate all the Indian entrepreneur or all the people who produce and provide services from India and in India. So it will help to us to balance our balance of trade. That is why we should discuss, because we are dealing with the youngsters. We are just talking with the youngsters. We can do that. We can just impart the things in young mind. Now, if you have read the Ikigai book, Ikigai, it is a one Japanese book, and in which how Japanese people of a one area live their life, and they just live more than 100 years. So it is all about how centurions live their life. So in that book, they focused on the major four things: what they like, what they do, whether they can earn, or whether it will create the impact on the society, or is it the demand in the society. So they identify their ikigai and they are living on that, and they get success. So in today's session, the latter part I'll discuss with you how you can help to your student to identify their ikigai, or we can say their purpose. What is the purpose of their life, right? Entrepreneurship, I doesn't mean to, I'm here to explain you and discuss you related to the how we can sell this product or services, or how you can be an entrepreneur. No, entrepreneur doesn't mean only that thing that we will discuss. But yes, apart from this entrepreneurship, how it helps to our country, it helps in economic growth, it provides, it creates a job. Once there is a more unit, more production, more services, it creates a job. And there is always innovations. One new entrepreneur come with a new idea, they come with a new innovative product, and it may just reduce the limitations of a previous product and services. Self empowerment is there, global, it will create the global impact, and it is right now going on. So this subtopic I mentioned over here, it is, we can say, the benefits of entrepreneurship. If you motivate to the student to be an entrepreneur, how it will create the impact on overall Indian economy, that is written over here. But this is only brief few points. It is more than that. It creates a change in culture, it creates a change in their lifestyle. So if the lifestyle change, and many other things are associated, so they will, it also change. So let us discuss the entrepreneurship. My next question is to all of you: is it only, because this is the refresher course for this faculty, is it only for this faculty, commerce and management? Can entrepreneur subject should be the should taught in this course or courses only? I would say no, because if you read NEP, New Education Policy 2020, you realize that, and many conferences and workshops has already been organized on NEP 2020. It focuses on skill rather than other things, right? Once you identify the skills, once you develop the skills, it creates the impact on a overall economy. So here we are just thinking back to pavilion. We are just following our own structure. We try to impart Indian system to the education, new education policy. Now I would say entrepreneurship, NEP 2020 allows us to teach this subject in each and every course, whether they are commerce, management, arts, science, technical education, or any vocational education. Entrepreneurship is a subject that can be fit to each and every segment or each and every courses. Any art person also can start their enterprise. You may know that many content writing firms are working very well. Then science, if you develop any drug, any product, pharmacy, they come up with a new product, the new system for the new, they can just start their business. If you just farm ad, pub ad, what is it? It is pharma related services or startups. So here I want to share this. This is not a subject which can be taught on to these two faculties only. It can be taught many disciplines like arts, commerce, science, any, and it is fit to the each and every courses, because it any person can be entrepreneur. It may be literate or illiterate, right? So this is we can say the core course to each and everyone, and it should be implemented as per the NEP 2020. So that is why we should discuss here, because we all are academician and we can spread it. Academician, we already discussed why we should discuss. Now, what is our role as an academician? Chanakya, we know that well-known and famous statement of a Chanakya, that प्रलय and निर्माण शिक्षक की गोद में पलते हैं. So here, as a teacher, as an academician, if we want to do a constructive and developing activity, we need to impart the knowledge and things in our student in such a way, then they will become a good citizen, then it create a good society and it create a good nation. So ultimately it's our responsibility. And right now, if you look at the current era and in digital world, how it can be used a positive way, that we will discuss in a last part of this session. But it is a need of an hour to nurture our student in a right directions. They have a information, they have a things in their fingertips, and they can do whatever want to do in their mobile. So it's very easy to get the data and information, but how we can convert this information into knowledge and how they can use it in a positive way, that is our role. So that we will discuss later part. But yes, this is our role, how we can make them a good citizen and good person. Now we need to understand the student's mindset and how we can motivate to be an entrepreneur. Before starting to or imparting to the knowledge related to the entrepreneurship, we need to understand what is the mindset of a student. Then we can easily impart this thing. If simply take example, we don't know the skills and the knowledge and ability, capacity of a students, and without knowing that, and you are starting to just explain, suppose someone is good in writing and you are just explaining to just do produce the product, they will not, they can do better in a content writing only. So first we need to identify their mindsets and their skills, then we can impart the knowledge about the entrepreneurship. So first mindset, then skill. So here how you can just identify whether this entrepreneur skill is relevant even to the student who don't think to be an entrepreneur. It can be, suppose here entrepreneurship doesn't mean, I already said, it doesn't mean we are talking about to start the business, right? If someone they don't want to start the companies, but still the skills are very important in each and every sectors, that we will discuss in upcoming slide. But yes, entrepreneur skills are about learning to solve problem in mutual beneficial ways. It is not always to start their own startups and business. It is all about to solve the problem, solve the issues. So let us discuss what challenges we face while motivating the student. Because if you look at the right now the scenario of current era, Gen Z, they are good in they are just not shy. They say whatever they feel. They not think he's elder, she's elder, I should not. But yes, they are risk aversion. They have a fear of failure, lack of experience, and peer and parental pressures are there. These are the things that is create a problem for us. But again, there are many things which is useful to make them entrepreneurs. As a Gen Z, they are very practical. They say whatever they feel, right? So we can use this characteristic and this thing for their development in entrepreneurship era. So let us have what is what you can say entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? Here I am not saying entrepreneurship is related to the business only, right? It is a mindset. Babson and Harvard has given many definitions are available about the entrepreneurship, but Babson and Harvard has given similar definitions. So I am here talking about the definition. It is a mindset. Entrepreneurship is all about the mindset who have a just leadership balance, holistic approach. They are opportunity obsessed. If this type of mindsets are having a person, then that person are very near to be an entrepreneur. So it is all about the mindset, not all about the what they are, what is their background, but still the research says there is some impact on that we will discuss right now. But before that, I would to say one of the Professor Saraswati has raised the question, can we teach the entrepreneurship? Even I ask the same question, can we teach the entrepreneurship? As I discussed, it is a mindset. So once it is a mindset, how we can teach? Yes. So here Professor Saraswati has done lot of research on that, and then she come to know that yes, there is two things. Something can be learned and something can be teach. She failed in 4-5 startups, and she worked with many startups. Then she realized entrepreneurship is a thing which cannot be purely teach or which cannot be purely learn. It can be partly something that you can learn from your experience and something you can teach from your experience, right? So here entrepreneurship can be both. It can be learn and it can be teach, but it is not done separately from each other. Now her research is well known as an effectuation process. So effectuation process that entrepreneurs doesn't just think that yes, what outcome they want. They do whatever they have, from that they create the product or services, and then they create the market. So it is totally reverse process than casual process. Let us discuss that thing first. So what is entrepreneurial mindset and intention? We discussed that from the definition, it is a mindset that people are having a opportunity obsessed, leadership balance, and holistic in nature, and this is we discuss, and you identify in each and every entrepreneur. Now how they think, how entrepreneurs think? Do they think as like us or as like other non-entrepreneurs? No, the thought process is different, right? So here it is classified that entrepreneurs generally think structurally. They try to identify superficial similarities. Suppose how NASA is working, it is based on aeroplane and plane science, that how plane is working. On that basis they start to develop a rocket and all. And how ISRO is working, same way, right? So they identify, they think about superficial similarities. Yes, this structure can be work in this way, so same way we can develop this. Right now in AI things, ChatGPT OpenAI coming with the ChatGPT. Once ChatGPT was introduced, many chatbot are introduced because they identify superficial similarities. Now bricolage. What is bricolage? So bricolage is what persons have, and they just fill the gap. Here I want to give you example of Mythical and Paper and Parcel. Mythical is a one company which is started. This startup was started by the Mansukh Prajapati, and he's from the Gujarat and near to the Morbi. This person has used the basic concept of a gara, and he has developed a refrigerator which can run without electricity. So here they fulfill their existing knowledge and basic knowledge to develop a sustainable product. Same way, Tilak Mehta, who has started Paper and Parcel, he forgot his books as Uncle Pez, and then he realized the similarities that yes, he asked his one day what was the case. Let me explain briefly. That Mr. Tilak Mehta, who was a 13-14 years guy, and he forgot his one of the book at his uncle place, and he asked his father, next day I have a test, can you arrange some person or to send the person to get it back my book? Then his father says, there is no person to whom I can send it. So can you just do parcel? Then it is not possible. Same day parcel is not possible. Even it is within a Mumbai. Then he asks, is there any other options? If then his father says, if I go through the parcel, the cost of the parcel and cost of your book, parcel cost will be higher. So I suggest you purchase a new book. Then he realized the problem. He identified the problem and he started the Paper and Parcel. And he take the concepts of Mumbai Dabbawala, and right now I'm not discussing all the case in detail, and he adopt that things for the Paper and Parcel, and this system was used, and it can be now working, and within a Mumbai, within a city, you can just transfer your document in a very negligible cost. So this is what pre-college. Now let us talk about the effectuations. As I discussed, Professor Saraswati said that it is not a casual process. What is a casual process? In a casual process, we find that okay, I want to manufacture this mobile, and for that I want to sell this. I identify the market and I want to sell this mobile. So first I do the research, and then I will come to know that yes, this product will running, and then I start to manufacturing according to that, and then our business will work. But here effectuation says you take a decision, you think, because entrepreneurs always take a decision in uncertain environments. So here we need to teach our student how effectuation will be helpful. Take example that if I'm good in generally my friends saying that you are good in cooking dosa, right? So I'm good in dosa. So what I do, suppose I start my own a venture where I just prepare the dosa and all, and I start the business, and I create the market for my product. So that is effectuation. Where you are good, what is your expertise, what is your knowledge, on that basis you create the startup. That is your effectuations. Here you are not looking what you have, what you will require. Here you do what you have. So this is the time where we need to tell our student, identify your skill, identify your purpose, identify your passion. On that basis you should start the business, and then you get success. So this is effectuation process, and majorly it is right now working, and there is no point of discussion, because once you following your patience, definitely you will win the race. So that we will discuss in the next part, that how you can which exercise will help you to identify your student's purpose. So I'll practice the exercise with you, and you can practice the same exercise with your student, and they can identify their purpose. Once they identify their purpose, they can come up with the entrepreneur skills. So there is a cognitive adaptability. In that we ask the 4 type of questions. Comprehensive questions, connection, strategy and reflection. So comprehension questions suggest in which thing you are good, what you want to do, what is your expertise, what you have. So all basic question you are starting to ask about yourself and about the product and services. And once you identify the product and services, you start ask the basic questions, what it requires for that, what you can do in that, what innovation can be done. So this is what comprehensive question. Now connections question is indicating what existing problem is there and how it was solved. Now same thing you will apply for yourself, that what is the existing things are available and what innovation you can make in that and how you can solve the problem. So this cognitive adaptability measures your mindset, exactly where you stand, what is your score. So the score is given, the frame is given, you will you will get it very easily if you want to measure your student mindset in a comprehensive questions, in a connection questions, strategy questions and reflection question. So strategies are related to the strategic planning and decisions, and reflections, what is your reactions on your product and services. So right now I'm not discussing that much, but yes, scale is available. That scale I'm not discussing, right? Scale is available. You share your student, you can ask the questions and you ask your student to be neutral, and then they can identify what is their adaptability, right? So let us discuss intentions to act entrepreneurially. They believe in self-efficacy, perceived desirability, and some background and characteristic like education, age, work history, role model, moral support, professional supports, etc. also affecting to be an entrepreneur. Once we are just thinking that I want to be an entrepreneur, there are lots many factors that are associated with that. My education, but some says, see, there is always exceptions, but it is not always majority it is affecting. Education, if we talk about Dhirubhai Ambani, he is not educated, still he is a good entrepreneur. Age, I recently talked Tilak Mehta, he started at age of 13 or 14. And work history, someone, let me give you the example of a person who has not even experience in that area, but he has started a good business. But for that some role models are working, that yes, I want to be like this. Suppose take Zuckerberg do not have any experience of the IT industry, but his interest is to chat with their friends, and he has started with the Facebook, right? He has started one page where they can chat with their friends. From that he get the idea. So here, who supports family, friends, spouses, right? On that basis they will just, their intentions are framed. So let us discuss how you can realize your students and set their goal or pilot their purpose. So I shared no that we will discuss one activity, one class activity in which we will it will help to identify the key area of your student, and you can suggest accordingly and you can guide accordingly. So right now I am playing game with you, the same game you can play with your student. So let us start. In that game, generally I already said entrepreneur is not all about the starting a business, but what is the purpose of their life. Once they identify, once they pilot their purpose, they will get it very easily, right? So here you can understand the entrepreneurial skill, no matter whether that person want to go with the entrepreneur career. Here, what do you want in life and who do you want help to get it, right? So that thing you will solve from this exercise. So let us start the exercise. For example, I'll ask 3 things that is related to the interest, impact and skill. Now let's say you love teaching. As an academician, we love to teach, right? So this is our interest. Now you are enjoying learning about and getting better at teaching, and also writing and performing good in videography, editing and animation. So this is your skill, right? Then that leads you to imagine streaming and provide some videos on difficult chapters to make it easy. That is your passion. Now, how could you create the impact in this context? Can you create an impact? See, you have identified your interest, your skills and your passion. Your interest is teaching, your skills are videography and good in writing, storytelling and animations. Then you've explained the concept in very easy way, that is your patience. Can you use the same thing to create some impact on a society? It may be impact on your community, impact on anything. Now can you raise the money through this? If yes, you can earn, you can get, you can serve, you can solve the problem. Ultimately, entrepreneurship is all about to create a win-win situation, try to solve the problem. So let us discuss this again. Here, what is your interest? You need to identify. Then, what is your skill? And the combination of interest and skill become your passion. And if you create any impact of your passion, that would be your purpose. Here you can pilot your purpose. In Ikigai book, one more area is written over there. So can you anyone paid for that? So that is your Ikigai. Here one more circle will be there. I talk about one book about Japanese Ikigai. So can you paid for this? Then it become a here Ikigai. So let us discuss right now for the 3 parameter only, because this 3 is enough to identify and pilot your students' purpose, right? So let's start the exercise. First, I ask to identify your interest. So let's start with the what interest you. Ask your friend. Here, this how you will do this activity. आपको आपके स्टूडेंट को ये बताना है कि आप अपने फ्रेंड को पूछो और रिलेटिव को पूछो. आस्क योर फ्रेंड्स और रिलेटिव टू whom you consider nearer to you, right? Best friend and best you consider that this person is nearer to me. Ask this question to them. For my homework, I am supposed to ask you what kind of stuff do I always talk about? You text your friend. Suppose my husband is nearer to me and I ask and I text him that this is my homework. I supposed to ask you what kind of stuff do I always talk about? Now my husband will respond me that you are talking about cooking, you are talking about teaching, you are talking about X, Y, Z. So in here pink you will write. Type here what your friend says about you. So it is all about makeup, music, video, whatever it may be. So you will write over here. So first question you ask your near one and dear one, generally on what topic you are talking about. The next question, how you can identify your interest. Another way to brainstorm your interest is to think about what you would do if you were rich, if you and your family never had to worry about money, and how would you spend your time doing. आप बहुत पैसे वाले हो, आपको कुछ पैसे की चिंता नहीं करनी है, टाइम की चिंता नहीं करनी है, आपके पास बहुत पैसा है, तो आप क्या करते ऐसा क्वेश्चन आपको पूछा गया है, तो आप क्या करते. तो दैट इज योर फीलिंग. हियर यू आर नॉट सपोज टू आस्क एनीवन, यू विल आस्क योरसेल्फ, राइट? कि yes, if I have a too much money, what I do, traveling, world tour, making movie, visit moon, volunteer for backward people. So whatever your interest, you write over here. Here you are asking yourself. First you ask your friend or relatives, second you ask yourself, and third question, Finally, another way to identify the interest is to think about how you spend your free time. Now, looking at your YouTube watch history, you follow on Instagram or TikTok, or thinking about the last time you fell down an online rabbit hole, what patterns do you see? Suppose once we are free, we always like this. Okay, so what you have done now, you just go back to your old social media or all your spare time or leisure spare. What you have done, where you spare your time, you go through, you look at your YouTube. What is your watch history? What exactly you have watched? It is all about cooking? Is it all about teaching? Is it all about technology? Is it all about music? Is it all about any issues, social issues? What you have seen, you listed out, you come to know that what is your interest. So these are the three ways where you can identify your interest. Now I hope parallelly you may return your interest. If you are interested, this game is really wonderful. You can identify this. Your job is done for the interest. You identify your interest because you have listed out what is exactly your interest. Now you have identified your interest. Let us discuss about your skills. So let's identify your amazing skill. One way to identify your skill is to ask your friend what you are good at. So here, same thing like interest. You ask your friend or relative that what about for what matter you are talking, and you are talking about what. So this is your interest. Now you are asking your friend in which thing you are good. So you text your friend like this. I am also supposed to ask you what you think I am good at, right? So their friend, here we are just playing this game. So we are answering, your friend will answer to you that you are good in teaching, you are good in communication, you are good in music, you are good in maths, you are good in accounting, you are good in communication. So this is what your friend will respond to you, because your friend knows better. Next how you can identify your skill by brainstorming. Now you do brainstorm in which thing you want to improve. Here, suppose right now, take example for myself. I sometime I forgot to next word, and I want to improve my communication, because in a Gujarati there is a one proverb, હૈયે છે પણ હોઠે નથી આવતું. It means मुंह पे नहीं, आप याद है लेकिन मुंह पे नहीं आ रहा है. So sometime I face situation, I forget the words. So I want to improve my communication. I want to do better in that. So this is what in which exactly I want my upgradation, right? So this is again skill. It may be you want to improve your cooking, your coding, clicking photos, making videos. So it depends your friend what you think, what your friend suggests. It may be different, but yes, what is your brainstorming, that you will point it out and list it down. In a pink side, I have just given the example which things you want to improve, right? So it may be one of them for you. Next is, finally, another way to identify skill is to think about what you are above average at doing. Suppose third way, like same third interest, same third skills you will identify, that how you can better than others, means above an average. Alright, suppose if I am taking my example, I am good in storytelling. I can bet no one can tell the story better than me in my group. So I am above an average in storytelling. So this is my key area where I am better than average or above average. So it may be some may be good in video recording, interior design, programming, public speaking, Photoshop, photographs, mathematics, right? So here this three questions helps you or answers your skill. Ask your friend, brainstorm yourself, and where you are above an average, right? So this will answer your skill, in which things you are good. Next is, let us identify your patient, because your interaction between the interest and skill, that part would be your patient. So how to identify your patients? Look at back your interest, jot down, and what excites you, right? So in interest we ask a question generally in for what topic you are talking, then if you are rich, what exactly you do, right? So these are your interest area, and in free time what you are looking. So if you jotted down this point, then parallelly you jotted down the skill point, what your friend says about good at, what is your above an average, in which things you are above an average, or in which area you want to improve. If you look at this point and if you combine the things, right, you will find your patient. Now here look at the patient. What is the patient? Here interest you are most excited about, for example teaching, cooking, social justice. So this is my interest from three questions that I am generally talking about. Teaching, then I feel I want to if I'm a I'm a free, I will looking cooking videos, and always if I have a lot of money, then I will spare for a social justice. These are my interest area. I am talking about myself. Now skill. Suppose in this case, what skill you have identified, your friend says you are good in maths, you are good in coding, and you are above an average in videography. Now I am combining this my interest and skill. What I get, patience are ways you would be excited to combine your interest and skill. You can be teach math and coding to the students, have an online channel to teach. So here if you combine this, you will get the idea. Okay, you can have, because you are good in teaching, you are interested in teaching, and you are good in maths and coding, and even your videography skills are also better. So you can just combine the thing, you can identify your patient. Yes, you can do better video recording lectures or sessions for the student. So this is your patient. You have identified your patient. Whether I am doing or not doing, that is not matter. But yes, I can identify this is my patient, because majority people say is yes, teaching is my patient. But what associated? This is teaching. It may be only interest, right? It may be skill. I am not saying it is. It cannot be skill, but along with that any other patients are patients may be involved. So how you can use to solve the problem, right? As I said, entrepreneurship is not only about the start business, it is all about the solve issues and problem. So let us start now third aspect of a pilot your purpose, that is impact. So in impact, now you already identify your patient. Now you can ask your students what you want to change near to you and your desire, or what's your desire to create impact on this world, right? Let's have in which group you want to create the impact. Generally suppose first I'll go to the first groups of people I would be excited to help, right? To whom exactly you want to help, then which local problem you are talking about and you are interested to help them. Okay, then what is the global problem I am interested in helping with. So if you started with your interest, excitement to help, it may be poor, it may be student, it may be kids are interested in maths, or kids are interested in other aspects. So whatever your area of impact you want to create. Suppose generally I feel I have not till date I have not just implemented in a systematic way, but I want to help slum students, and I want to always teach them. Sometime I go and teach, but I want plan systematically. I created plan, but I'm not right now sharing the plan. This is what the group I want to create the impact. So this is slum students, or some children's are my, like that people is my target audience. I can say it is not exactly my research, I cannot say it is target audience, but yes, that group I want to help. Next, what is a local problem? So they have a lack of facilities, they don't have enough fund for or they don't have a finance to learn, many more issues. So what exactly the local issue that you want to talk? It may be homelessness, it may be LGBT, it may be any area that you want to create the impact. Then what is it related to the global issue? So how you can just convert into the global? That is, see, it is not, it is always there. One, if you talk about LGBT, there is always issue in a world level LGBT. If you talk about the slums, it is always an issue with the slums. So if you want to create the, I'm not talking, this is social, but it may be related to the any product. Suppose you think that any product is really costly, actually it cannot be, right? Generally people generic drugs, we are talking about generic drugs. People feel that these the tablets and drugs are very costly. So I want to do something new which creates the impact on all the society, right? I want to help the poor by producing such a drug. It will solve the local issue as well as the global, right? So it is impact. Now if you combining your patience and impact, you can identify your purpose. So let us talk about your purpose. If you want to identify your purpose, look back to your patience and jot down what stands out. Now ask your student to do the same thing. Once they jotted down interest, their skills, and then they identify their purpose, patience. Now from the patience, now you look at back your impact, to whom exactly they want to help, right? Now combine the purpose and impact, which will gives you a purpose. Now look at the following example, and then it's your turn. Type in your text area or in the following slides here patience, impact and purposes. So patience, you can teach math and coding to the students, have an online channel to teach, right? Now you want to create a impact. Sorry. Teach unprivileged student equal access of education on faculty diversity. So this is what I want to create the impact, right? I want to create impact. As I said, I want to teach the slum people. So the teach unprivileged student equal access of education, because I believe that this is equal access of education to my local community, and even it is a world level on a faculty diversity. Now if you combine both the thing, my patience and impact, what purpose I find, you can run a video channel or a platform which solves equal access of education, which helps students to understand difficult session in easy way and decrease the suicide of students. Because students, right now we read the newspaper because of this 10th pressures and 12th board pressures, they suicide for this any like a study related issues, and they suicide. So we can reduce that issues, right? So this is what we can create impact. What impact, that cannot be measured what exactly impact you have created, but yes, we have started to create the impact. So what is my motive? My motive is to not teach you only the entrepreneurship, the same way I given the social example, but it can be work for a any business. That yes, I am a good in service, I'm good in communication. From that they can identify their purpose and they can serve, and they can become an entrepreneur. So they can work on their purpose, and once we start to work on purpose, no one will stop. That we already discussed. Let us now, okay, congratulations to all of you, because you already identify your purpose, which includes your passion, impact that you want to create on the world. Now, think how you can explore your entrepreneurship. I said, same way you ask your student how you can explore. I identify that, okay, I'm good in teaching, I'm good in storytelling, I'm good in but I want to improve my communication, I want to improve my photography. So these are my improvement area. Then to whom I want to create impact? Slum people, and I believe in education for all. So this will be like I should have a YouTube channel. I should have a, this is my, even it is an YouTuber is an also micro celebrities and part of entrepreneurship, because if you look at the right now YouTube channels, you find that majority people are just earning, right? So entrepreneurship is not all about the earning, but they solve the problem. Even if you face a problem, you how to generally being a lady, I can discuss it. Okay, once my one of the family member asked to prepare this dish, I don't know the recipe. I go to the YouTube and I look at the what is the recipe available in that, and I will prepare. So it helps me, it solves my issue, it solves my problem, and by looking that they generate the money, right? So it is like a win-win situation. So I again share that entrepreneurship, I'm not talking about in the only way to start a business, but yes, you can just encourage your student to develop the entrepreneurship spirit. So let us discuss now, as we already we have discussed, if the students are interested to be entrepreneur, guide them from there where we'll get it to supports. Suppose once you have shared this exercise and your students are really happy, if you identify their purpose and you feel that yes, these few students out of your 100 or 200 students, only 2 students are those who really want to work in any area, and they will really identify their purpose. So you can guide them if they want to be entrepreneur. And right now I'm not talking about the social, everyone have their own purpose, but right now I'm talking about entrepreneur, means who want to start their startup. If they are interested, how you can just nurture them, how you can guide them, what supports are available. So here we have a lot many supports are available after Narendra Modi has started the many startup related things. So government have started to provide finance and non-financial supports to the entrepreneurs or to the startups. Here, even right now, the entertainment industry is also coming with the new shows, which is also provide the platform for their ideas, and like a Shark Tank. So Shark Tank is not just only the platform where they get the fund, even it also useful. Some of the startup may not get the fund, but by watching this idea may not click to the shark, but that idea may click to the other investor who are watching, looking the shows. So they may invest and they may contact to that persons and they get fund. So many cases I have seen that they have not get the fund from the Shark Tank, but they get the fund from the many others who have watched this idea and look at this idea. So this is what one unofficial help, or not unofficial, but it is like one of the entertainment industry helps to this, or to promote this type of things, and even entrepreneurs help to promote that thing. Now apart from this, government also support. So here no, okay, financial financial helps that we will discuss in a next part. But what is non-financial supports? They provide you a mentorship, what common facility centers are, and they try to just one window solution for the startups. Then they are providing training, information and consultancy, and there are a lot many courses are available on entrepreneurship. So that also helpful to the entrepreneur to start their business and to run their business. So let us have a discussion on financial aspects. So financial supports, they will get a seed capital, special loan, infrastructure, tax related benefit, and startup are not supposed to pay for few years tax. So this information may not available. Once you identify the students, you can nurture them, that where you should visit, where you should go, because in university setup we have some incubation centers and entrepreneurship cell, but at the college level if we don't have it, then how we can guide to our student? So there is one designated or specific portal is allotted, that is startupindia.gov.in. now let's visit the portal. You will find that lot many informations are available there. So let's start here. This is the portal Startup India. Now you will get the each and every information from this portal, and no need to say anything, but you have to go through it. And sometime if our student are not having a background, they are having a language barrier, so what we can here, most important thing is that they have just given in many languages. So the site you can convert. Suppose I'm talking about, I'm a Gujarati, so if you want the same site in a Gujarati version, you just click on Gujarati. Each and every information you will get it in Gujarati. So this is most wonderful thing we can see here, right? So let us go back to the English again. So student who have a language barrier, they can just learn, just change the language, and they can use their mother tongue. And now, okay, about no need to discuss what is it and what is evolution. So recognition and funding. So Startup India seed capital, that we have discussed, that we provide a finance, investors, funding guide. So here all the informations are available, which schemes and policy are available for women, which incubator framework, knowledge your know your state and startup policies. So yes, this is what Startup India is, a central government portal. But yes, each and every state have their own policy. Gujarat has a Gujarat startup policy. So every state have their own policy they have to follow, and if you want to know from the single portal, you can know. You click on that, you will go to the state and you find the policy. You got exactly the policy for the startup. So here this is what if you just click on the state, just give me a second. Suppose I want I want to start my startup in Gujarat, and I want talking about Gujarat only. I'll get it this, that how many supports are there, what is the key area, what is office, what is nodal agency, and what is the address of it, what is the contact detail. So each and every information I get it from a single website. So if you want to download the policy document, you can download it from here. So you can guide your student to just browse Startup India in depth. You will get it most of the information from this website. Now this is all about funding and policies, market access, host program, program result, India go market guide, all program related information here you will get it. Markvi initiative, then results you will find, because generally government is taking initiative to set the competitions and program to motivate the startups. So these are available here. Resources, yes, no need to discuss each and everything, but yes, startup idea bank, blogs, these are the major startup guidebook. These three things are really helpful to your students, so you can suggest to go through it. And list of patent facilitator, market research report. These are the things that gives you a background information. Suppose I want any market research report for any product, I'll get it from here. So you are not supposed to do a more research. You get the existing research and you can take a decision on that basis. So this is what it helps you in a just initial stage. Then next is networks. This is most important, right? Because here once we start the business or any product, we start to produce product and services, network plays an important role. right? I want to start my ed tech and I don't have an idea, I don't know how to start, how to run. Then here, if you want mentorship, mentors, you will get it mentors. This is non financial, but yes, you will get it each and everything. Just give me a one example. Now suppose take industry. Suppose you want to work in AI. Right now AI is a very trending and sector. Suppose you are talking about the accounting, take example accounting. So 151 or sorry 50 mentors are available in accounting who are dealing with the AI. Now again you want to just take a mentorship from Gujarat only because you don't want to go outside, and if any person from Gujarat they can help. So you just you just click on that, you can filter it and you can find it out. Two mentors are available, Shubham Surti and Sandeep. So the contact detail is also here, what they are doing, where if you just click on it you will get the more detail about that startup, in which area he has started, what is his story and all, right? So this is what it will helps you whether you should take services from this or not, right? So focus industry, to whom they have guide, you will get each and every information of mentor, whether you want to take a mentorship or not, that you can decide. Then again, incubators, investors, if you find the investors, you just go here, you will get it the investors options. For that again you have to follow the same thing. See here it is given startup, mentor, investor, accelerators, corporate, incubators, government bodies. For what exactly you want help, you will get it, right? So this is what I'm just showing, like a mentorship. Same way you can get in investors, accelerators, corporate, incubators, government bodies. If you tick on government bodies, you if you tick find for anything, you can get it idea. Suppose advertising you want, see Ministry of Commerce and Industry and Niti Atal Innovation Mission will help you. So what exactly you want information, that you will get it from the single portal, that is Startup India portal. I hope it is clear. So you should suggest your students to browse it, because Gen Z are better than us. They good in this all these things, right? They will do like a micro research. So let us talk about one interest area of a Gen Z. Now come to the next point. At last we have identified the purpose, patience and government initiatives. Okay, yes, these are the other government initiatives like Atal Innovation Mission, Stand Up India. See, these are the innovations, these are the schemes and initiative, not innovation, sorry, forgive me. These are the government initiatives which helps to the entrepreneur in X or Y way. Suppose Stand Up India, it helps the women entrepreneur and LCST and entrepreneurs. So each and every have their different aims, right? Mundra scheme for micro firms, small firms, and for educational program they have a NEDP, that is National Entrepreneurship Development Program. Then Make in India and Digital India, research park and incubator centers, and Udayam registration. So Udayam registration is for those who have started their business as a MSME, medium, small and micro, small and medium enterprises. If any startup want to register under this to get the benefit of MSME, they have to register under the Udayam. So it is a self certification and all facilities are available. I am not right now just going through the Udayam portal and all, but yes, you should suggest to your student they should visit this portal. Now next is, right now Gen Z are good in various way that we discuss, that they are like उसको जो मन में आता है वो बोलता है, बट वो सच बोलता है, उसको जो फील हो रहा है, जो what they face, they speak in front of you. To one of the day my student said, madam, there was some program, I just be ready with the lipsticks and all. One boy said, madam, your hair is messed up, and see this are the, first I was shocked, then I realized why he said that your hair is messed up and this. We are not even when we were student, we are not saying anything to our professor, and the students are saying like this. Then okay, I go back and I realize, okay, these are the Gen Z. uh, his intentions are not wrong. He is right that I am going somewhere and it is messed up. So he informed me that, madam, your hair is like this. So it's good actually, because they are true tailor. We are not saying that is arrogant and other ways, but yes, this is the Gen Z. So we have to handle that Gen Z, because they are having a iPad and mobile from the starting from their childhood and from their education. So how we can make them to use for a productive way? Now we have identified the purpose by combining their interest, skill and impact. We have identified we have piloted their purpose. How in this digital era we can motivate them to use their regular apps for their purpose. Once our students start to just use their regular social medias and all these apps for their purpose and for their development and for their skill and patience, we will not believe what growth we can achieve, right? So these are the tools that is available from that. Because why I am saying this tool, how they can use this tool, that also we should teach them, right? Yes, right now many students are coming with the assignment from the chat GPT and other perplexity, Google Bard, and we know that students are doing assignment. Suppose we have asked them to prepare a business plan, they coming with the business plan. But still if students are not using these softwares for their purposes, we should suggest them, at least you should use for that purpose other than this your XYZ activity. Now let me show you how you can use it. I have already created this thing for because if I continue with that, then it will create a long lecture. So let us, I am a student, I want to develop a business plan for my idea. Can you help me? This is ChatGPT. I hope you have aware about this. ChatGPT is a AI tool and it gives you answer of your whole question. So same way student get the answer. Suppose sometimes students feel hesitations to get answer from the professors. They can take the help of AI, right? So how AI will help you? This is they want to create a business plan, but they don't want to what exactly they should incorporate. Then they will answer you that yes, you should include this. Now let me put it here, my question again. Can you provide me template of business plan for anything, business plan for take example ed tech companies, education, technology. So they will start to provide you information. They have started to write. See, here they have write it. Look at, I asked the question, can you give me now more? Okay, I just asked the question and they've started to write marketing strategies, each and everything. So it is a brief. I don't say you believe totally in that, but yes, it will help you. So many softwares are available and you can use it for different purposes. It gives you a framework. Suppose here एडटेक कंपनीज के लिए क्या है उसने बता दिया, एग्जीक्यूटिव समरी. दिस इज अ कॉमन टेम्पलेट फॉर अ ओल्ड बिजनेस वेदर इट इज एडटेक और एनीथिंग. So what you should incorporate in education executive summary for edtech companies: introduce your edtech startup and its mission, Highlight the unique problem your technology solves in the education sector. Summarize your business goal and financial projections. So see, this is what they give you a detail about what you should incorporate in your executive summary. So you will get it the brief idea what you should incorporate. Now, sorry. Now let us talk about the other tools. So here Visualogy gives you a competitor analysis where your competitor stands. Luca helps you to create a brand and logos. Suppose take example. Let us look at the Luca AI. If you click here, if you want to enter your company name, suppose Ankita's class. Get started. I want to just start my enterprise by this name, and I want to create my logo education. Suppose it is related to the academic. Now I continue. Okay, I don't want to just look at this, so skip it. Which colors I want to create the logo, so I prefer blue. Okay, continue. And company's name, that is Ankita's class. And slogan you want to add, okay, education for all. Okay, then what you want to keep symbols in that, education. Okay, books should be there, teacher should be there. Then okay, creativity is important, learning is important, innovation should be there. So okay, this thing I want to keep it in my logo. Now you will find, click the design, see, this is Ankita's class, education for all. Look at this. You get the logo? Look at this. See, now I need to create a, okay, continue as a guest. I don't want to open account, but yeah, you can continue, and no need to say that your student and my student is better than us. So this is what, yes, this is my logo, and if I want to do modification, I can do it, I can edit, I can cut it. So student also can do it, so I can download it. So this is what it can helps you to develop their develop their organization. Can start, if they started a new small and if they want to create such a way and they don't want to spend money, yes, free tools are available, they can use it for their enterprises. So these are the wonderful tools, so they can use, and you can suggest to your students to use that. So let us go back to the again, these are the other tools available. We are not going to each and every tool, but I had given you a list, so you can share with your students. I hope you have enjoyed the session, and from where I have taken, that is this is my references from where I have taken the things. And thank you so much once again. I would like to thank HRDC department, teaching and non-teaching faculty both, for helping me throughout this recording and all. Thank you so much.